Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Alright, so as you can see today in our Killer Catalog series, we are working on the nurse. And this guide has been very difficult trying to get it done properly, because I just haven't been satisfied with the results so far, because it's very hard to play nurse, and on console especially. And I just refuse to give anything that isn't decent gameplay, because I want to give the... I understand how she plays, it's just that I haven't played her for hundreds of hours, so I don't have the mastery that some other players have. But she is my favorite killer, and I do intend to master her over time. But for now, in the Killer Catalog, I will do the best I can to give you some good gameplay. So, my Killer Catalog series, for those of you who are new, are where I go over a killer, give basics, try to give tips on the killer, tell you where I place them in the DVD meta, and suggest any changes should I feel they need any changes. So, as for the nurse, today, obviously, she's top tier, very old killer, been in the game since the beginning, pretty much the first killer added after the original 3. She's been the most powerful killer in the game ever since, and no one will probably ever get to nurse's level, but I'm perfectly fine with that just because it makes nurse special. And she's honestly a very special killer just because if you look at her design, whoever designed her was very smart. And, I mean, the dev team did a bang-up job with this killer, in my opinion. Because design, lore, and even her power are just so interesting and unique. Obviously, I place her at the top of the pyramid like everybody else, so, you know, there's not really much disputing that. As for changes, the only changes I would suggest for the nurse would be to remove or better yet rework all the add-ons that give her extra blinks, because that reduces the skill required to play nurse, and so I feel like they should not be there, because it just makes nurse more frustrating to face when you can tell that the other person's not that good with nurse, but they catch you because they have so many blinks. Yeah, as you saw right here, my build, my standard build except for Haunted Ground to protect my Hex Ruin, trying to buy myself a little extra time because I'm still not 100% confident with Nurse, and plus if I get a bad map that could also be rough, and I've been getting some rough maps, nothing but farms, swamps, and Larrys all day for Nurse. I don't understand why I can't get a decent map. But, you know, that's just the thing about the Nurse, it's hard to learn her regardless of what map it is, because you gotta deal with the tiles, you gotta learn how each tile plays again with the nurse. You gotta learn how her add-ons function if you're using add-ons, which I would not recommend at first when you're starting to learn her. Or if you do want to use add-ons, the best add-ons would be her training add-ons, as I call them. The Pocket Watch to reduce her fatigue time slightly, and the White Knit Comb to negate the downside of the Pocket Watch. Now, apparently the description on the Pocket Watch is incorrect, because normally you would think you would need the metal spoon to counter the downside of Pocket Watch, but apparently the White Knit Comb is actually how you counteract the downside. I don't know how that's the case, but you know, apparently that is. And of course, as for add-ons, I'm using some range add-ons to make it to where I can blink faster and farther, which gives me a bit more map pressure, which is nice. Alright, so we got two Dwights, a Jake, and a Kate. Don't know how this is going to go, but hopefully I can get some good gameplay in. And just because Nurse is so unique and difficult to play, I might put in 2 games just so I can give you a better scope as to playing her. Because even though I'm not a master nurse, I still feel I can teach based off my experiences trying to learn the nurse. But as I mentioned before, Nurse is quite rough at the moment. Oh, they're going to the game map? That can't be good. If they're picking the game map, that could be... I don't like that. Because it's weird that they'd pick a killer map, as it's considered. Although it's probably considered the only killer map. But anyway. Right, as I was saying, it's more difficult to play her on console, and that's probably part of the reason I'm not doing so well with her at times, is because sensitivity and frame rate on console is kind of rough, making it more difficult to control her, more difficult to accurately use her blinks, And I'm hoping that as they roll out dedicated servers and more optimization, that becomes less of an issue, so we'll see more nurses on console. Because it would be nice for the diversity, plus I enjoy facing decent nurses, which I have faced a couple in the past. Because it's like, I just like the constant mental chess match you play with the nurse. It's a lot of fun, and it's a challenge, and I enjoy it. It's not like some people who just play Leatherface and camp the hook. That's not a challenge, that's just playing cheesy, and it's just not fun. Playing a good nurse is fun. Or at least for me. Then again, I don't even run an exhaustion perk just to challenge myself on my survivor. Or at least for now I'm not running one. Maybe at higher ranks I'll get one. So, someone apparently quit. So, at least it canceled the match. Hopefully it didn't take my party streamers, because I'm going to be kind of upset if it did. Sorry about that. I really don't wish to make you guys watch more loading screen, but I can't help it when someone disconnects like that. I just don't understand why they disconnected. Let's hope the lobby loads up a bit faster this time. There we go. Thankfully, it didn't take away my party streamers, because the match cancellation that's supposed to give you back your items and stuff sometimes doesn't work. Okay. So, let's see what we can do here. So, just while we're sitting here, the thing about the nurse is, obviously, the reason why she's so difficult is because she cannot chase like a normal killer, because she moves slower than Survivor's sprint speed. So she has no choice but to blink, or she will not catch anyone unless they're not very smart. And, pardon me. Sorry, I yawned. And, and her blinks are obviously hard to control. You can only move one direction. Once she starts charging a blink, she cannot cancel it. There's a few things you can do to make it to where if you overcharge a blink, you can just aim downward, and the more downward you aim, the less distance you'll take. So it can be useful sometimes for avoiding over blinking, especially if survivors are trying to juke you by doubling back on you while you're charging your blink, because that's the most common way to juke a nurse. And it definitely works against the less experienced nurses. Like, if it's a master nurse, it's the last thing you want to do, because it won't work more than once or twice. But against even decent nurses, it can still work fairly well, just because it's hard to learn the timing on it. And, you know, plus learning the charge time and paying attention and the reaction times you have to go through, that you have to have. It can be difficult at times. Okay, good. I was about to say, I hope I don't have to reset the lobby, because I was worried the lobby was bugged, because that last guy left, and then no one else joined. So hopefully they're already up and we can start the match, because I would really like to get going on this gameplay. I think I mentioned this already, but when you first start learning Nurse, try not to use any add-ons, or just use the training add-ons that I showed you. That way you get used to her blinks. Her base blinks, because if you get used to using add-ons all the time that change her blinks, then once you don't have those add-ons anymore, you're going to get all messed up if you're forced to play Nurse without those add-ons. So it would be best when you're learning Nurse to try to practice getting her blinks down without using add-ons. It's a very stressful experience picking up Nurse for the first time, especially because she's very easy to juke as a survivor if the nurse doesn't know what they're doing. And I mean, you will get beat over and over and over again, and it's going to be miserable. But for those that are die-hard players who want to who just want the challenge of mastering Nurse, or just like Nurse in general, just tough it out. Take it from me. I'm still toughing it out, just because, good survivors are still difficult on the Nurse, especially on console, when you can't spin around and do all the fancy maneuvers that Nurse does on PC. But, as optimizations come through, hopefully that changes. Alright, so let's see, what map did we get this time? Man, another farm map. Dude, I've been getting nothing but swamps, farm maps, and Larrys. Like, non-stop. Now, approaching in a zigzag like this can sometimes help you catch survivors who are trying to, like, sneak around to avoid being seen by you as you're blinking around. Doesn't always work, but it can be useful, especially if the survivors that you notice are playing more stealthy at the start. Trying to find your totems and such. Oh, hello. Got him. See, as I looked down at the ground when I blinked, I didn't go as far, and I fooled him into thinking I was blinking further, so he doubled back trying to juke, but that, unfortunately, is a problem. When you don't know how the blink goes, you get hit with a dead zone like that, and it screws you over. It screws you over pretty hard. Now, luckily, he already took away his own dead hard, and he fell for the same trick again, but I missed, because for some reason that did not hit. He put himself in a corner, so thankfully that was a free hit. Sounds like this gen's getting worked on a little bit. Oh, they took my haunted grounds. Okay, so I better look around and... Okay, there's a person over there. Hopefully I can get to them. Damn, insta-save. Okay, let me just go this way. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, dead hard. And he pallets on me. Okay, no problem. See, that's the problem, man. The sensitivity is so low that I didn't turn sharply enough to get done what I needed to get done. Alright, I'm gonna leave him alone. I don't want to tunnel him anyway. So let me just break that. Someone just ran from here. Someone, Kate, messing with my totem. I hate it when I blink and I go for the swing and it doesn't do it immediately, so I mess it up. What the? Oh, she was trying to hide in the corn. The corn is very difficult for Nurse because she requires line of sight on her targets to try to make an accurate blink. And obviously corn maps are not good for line of sight, because you can't see shit half the time. Alright, so that gen's fully regressed. No need to blink anymore that way. This gen's getting worked on by that Jake. Now, where did he go? It's hard to see him, especially with that brownish coat he's wearing. I don't know how I wasn't able to blink through that, but I might have lost him from that. I mean, it's that easy, dude. You miss one blink, and you could just lose your target easily. I shouldn't have swung there. That was greedy. I knew I wasn't able to reach that. I don't know why I swung. I lost track of him there. See, the frame rate is just so jolty that it's like you can't see properly when you're blinking. Alright, got him. Alright, let's see this way. Got him. This must be the other Jake, because the first Jake had dead hard. I need a hook. The hell are all the hooks? Okay, well, over here then. That's fine. I can work with this. Shit, they got the gem done. Oh my gosh, they're all over here? Alright, hold up. Got him. Barely, but I got him. Alright, I don't think he's got dead hard or he would have popped it. Unless he was really good at baiting it. Nope. Now we know that's a myth busted. Okay, so I guess that was the Jake. There was only one Jake. I wonder why he didn't dead hard. I guess he wasn't expecting me to swing that fast, I guess. Person over here. Fuck! I hate it when it does that. I was trying to go around the corner with the swing. Alright, got Meg. So let's add some more pressure here by knocking Meg down if we can. Yes! Cut her off perfectly. That's what I'm talking about, knowing your tiles. Hey, man. Hey, Kate, how you doing? I'm not gonna swing at you because I want to hook this guy. You can go and hook your buddies. Alright, so with these injuries and these hooks, I've got some decent map pressure going on. May not be worth it, but I'll knock this gen out with Pop Goes the Weasel just so I don't waste it. Why not, right? May as well regress it to 0. Oh. Okay. So everyone's been hooked at least once, so I've got some decent pressure going, especially since they haven't got... Oh, there's someone here. Alright, where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? I'm trying to go on the side of the corn so I can see a bit better through it, but unfortunately it doesn't appear like it worked. Because I try not to blink through the corn if I can, but this is unfortunately one of those maps that has lots of corn. Alright, so there's the Jake. I guess I can finish him off and get him out of the game if I can catch him. Alright, there he is. This Jake seems to somewhat know what he's doing. I don't know what happened on that. I thought I timed that perfectly, but... Alright. Alright, Jake, you got some fancy maneuvers, do you? Alright, I can't go for that swing, it won't work. I got robbed, like, completely. Now look at him just teabagging now, thinking he's gonna just juke me forever, huh? Are you kidding me? How is he getting across that fast? There's no way, dude. You do not vault that fast. Okay, no. I'm not doing that. I'm not losing this whole match just to chase him. I've already lost 2 gens just trying to get him. Yeah, I really fucked up, like, bad. Actually, I want them to have that gen, so these gens are closer together. What? Okay. Nah. I'm getting outright robbed right now. Like, he's not getting hit by things I should be hitting. That blade went right through his body, dude. Come on now. Alright, you know what? I'll just have to dedicate to this chase. Because if I don't get someone dead, I'm gonna lose. And this guy, I don't know how I can't hit him. I legitimately cannot hit him. It is physically not possible for me to. Like, I'm baffled. Dude, how are these not hitting? Are you kidding? These are going straight through him. Finally, one actually connects that's supposed to connect. Instead of just making me hit air. So I've got 3 decently close gens, but, you know, probably a little too late, unfortunately. And he dead-hearted, but it's alright. I didn't fall for the bait. He's just gonna loop me around these trees. Yeah. Yeah, took me too long to get that. But you know, I at least want this guy gone. He'll probably send me an abusive message talking about how he's, you know, how he beat me and all that shit. But you know what, I can't bring myself to care right now. I really can't. Like I said, I'll play a second game just to give you guys a better example and give you as much detail as I can. It's, this game was not a good example at all. I was, frankly, I was just... Like, if someone could please explain to me how some of these aren't connecting, I would love to know. Alright, well, I've got some more pressure on them now. Don't know if it'll be enough, because if that gen over there gets worked on by someone else, they're probably going to get it done before I can get him on the hook. And pop goes the weaselet. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. I'll let Kate go and run for him, but pop goes the weasel takes priority right now. Oh, okay. Got a little greedy and wanted to hit... Oh, hello, Meg. Here you go, Meg. You wanted me to go after you? I'll go after you. Yeah. See, I just got a message from the other guy that I've already sacrificed, so... Like I said, it's probably a hate mail from him. Yeah, see, yeah. I have no idea where this guy went. I saw their aura here, but the other guy David let himself die on hook, so at least that's something for me. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to blink all the way through that. But that's fine. There's only 2 of them left now. The gens are decently close together. I've got this gen that was almost done, fully regressed thanks to Pop Goes the Weasel saving my ass. Now I just need to figure out where they're at. Honestly, they're probably on the other side of the map healing, if I had to guess. So let me just go... Yeah, so... Someone just got done healing. Knock this gen down, so I have a better idea of whenever these gens get touched. Now the question is, where are they hiding on this corny map? Okay, I have an idea. I can go on top of this thing, this harvester, I believe, and just look around. Maybe I'll see someone running around. Scratch marks on that tree. Scratch marks in the killer shack. Scratchy, scratchy. They were there. But where did they go now? Okay, I thought I could blink through that, but no. Not enough. No progress on the gens. So they're still not working on them. Probably looking for the hatch so that they know where it is whenever one of them dies. Or if one of them has a key, which would be unfortunate. Alright, so they finally finished healing up. Ah, the hill. So it turns out the Jake wasn't, I don't know if it's like salt mail or not, but he was talking about how it was a fun round and, you know, saying GG, so I'm hoping it's a legitimate one and he's not just trying to be sarcastic. But, you know, you never know. Man, these guys are really playing scared. Come on, man. Just start working on the gens so I can get to my second game. I don't want to make this video too long, but... Sorry if this video ends up being a long one. I just really want to get some decent gameplay in. And like I said, I want to do 2 games with Nurse just because, you know, she's Nurse. Only problem is these guys are making it difficult for me to be able to fit it in because they're playing very scared. Alright, you know what? I'll go searching on this side of the map for a moment. And then I'll go back and see if maybe they'll start working on the gens. Because at the moment I haven't the foggiest idea where they could be. This map is so densely filled with things for them to hide behind. It's almost impossible to find them if they really don't want to be found. So nothing there. Oh, by the way, that little upward flick thing I'm doing when I'm blinking, I forgot to mention earlier. That's to try to avoid, well, one is to maximize the blink range, but it's also something you do when you are trying to avoid blinking into like the basement when you're blinking around the shack. So it's good to get into the habit, because blinking into the basement is really detrimental to your chase. It pretty much results in an instant loss to the chase 90% of the time, and that can be huge. Oh, they're both here. Little sneaks. Oh, okay. Going over the pallet isn't going to help. I don't know how that one didn't reach him, but hey, you know. Shit. I got dead zoned by the hay. So this guy found another place where it's harder for me to... I'm not holding my charge long enough. It's hard because I gotta blink fast because he's gonna vault the hay, but... Gosh dang it, it did that thing again where I can't swing. There we go, hit him. Got him. Now to go back to the gen because the other one's probably working on it. Or not, she's off healing. That's fine, I don't have the patience to try to slug for the 4K. If they're gonna play like this. I'll just hook him. And then whatever happens, happens. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, it takes so long to learn how each tile functions against the nurse's blinks, and there are some areas that no matter how long you charge the blink, you can't go through it, and those are referred to as dead zones. Alright, so that guy's on hatch, probably. And obviously the dead zones make it to where she can't blink through, and it's a big, big time waster. Oh! And we found Meg. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now if I can just keep my eye on her. I'm going to play this a bit slower because there's no real rush. Alright, got it. About time. If I knew how to edit this properly, I would edit this out. That way you didn't have to watch that long drag where I couldn't find anyone. But you know, I'll get to that in the future. But I'm just glad that I managed to find them all and get the 4K in the first round. So that's good. As soon as this match ends, I'll immediately go into a second game, and we'll try to get a bit better. You know, we'll just show you a bit more examples of Nurse on other maps and such. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with how that match went, aside from the Jake kind of making me have to jump through a few hoops to try to get him. But, you know, I got him in the end. But as you can see, the problem is that my chase, I couldn't end the chase as fast as I wanted to, and it nearly cost me the match because they got a lot of gens done just from that one little moment when I couldn't catch him. Now there are inconsistencies in the ping of this game, which is what dedicated servers are supposed to help fix, which makes it to where sometimes hits register that don't look like they should hit, or in my case, hits register that looked like they should have hit but didn't. And Nurse is also really weird on her lunge. Her lunge, in a way, feels almost shorter than it should be, but, you know, that's just how it is. But, you know, I still managed to get him at the end of the day. It was annoying to try to chase him down that way, but I got him. I just need to get better at working those little areas, because that's kind of in my opinion, at least on console, don't know if it's the same on PC, but those are the most difficult tiles to beat, are those ones that have like the obstructions all around, and it's kind of a weird shape, and they can just loop around it because you have to try to, because it's hard to get the perfect gauge on your blinks. Those tiles are quite difficult to figure out. And the downside to using these range add-ons that I'm using is your blinks move farther and faster, so it's a bit harder to both gauge the distances. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's a bit harder. And on top of that, since you're blinking faster than normal, you have less time of observing what's going on around you before you arrive, and then you only have about like 2 seconds, if that, to react before you go into fatigue. So it's just something you got to keep on. You just got to keep it in mind. Alright, let's see if we can't make this match go a little bit faster so I don't make this video a whole hour. But like I said, Nurse is special, so it's only fitting that I make sure I put the most effort I can into making this. So whether this match goes poorly or well, I'll end up posting this most likely, just because I'm pretty satisfied with that first game. It shows the kind of struggles that you go through as a console nurse while at the same time giving some decent gameplay. Okay, so that hill is pretty much a dead zone. As you saw, that I even had this almost fully charged, and for some reason it wouldn't let me blink through it. When on other maps I can go through the hills without much problem. So I don't know if that's like something unique to this map, or maybe I was still a tad too short, I don't know. But you gotta watch out for those dead zones, and when you know where one is, you gotta try to avoid it at all costs. Damn, I lost my ruin. That's unfortunate. But I got 2 injuries, so that's not too bad. And I have a chase. And I got her. I knew she was going to try to double back on me. That's why she was breaking line of sight like she was. That's why she didn't just keep going forward. Trying to get those jukes. And there's the Dwight. I should probably chase him since I know he's here. And try to get him down. Yeah. He's an easy target. That would have been foolish of me not to take advantage. I'm gonna go kick this first. Just so I have a Pop Goes the Weasel in my back pocket after I hook Dwight. Unless I lose track of him when he crawls. Oh no, I landed basically right on top of him. Good. Someone else is here. They're gonna go for the unhook. Yep. Alright. That's fine. But they're in a very narrow area, so I should be able to find them. You don't think I saw you, other Meg, but I did. Greedy. And it didn't even pay off either. You didn't even get the unhook off. And they give you a really generous grace period on that. Too generous, in my opinion. But at least I got another hook going. See, I've got good hook pressure going, but these guys are going ballsy as hell with the saves. I don't know what these guys are doing. Okay, I'm gonna go for that Meg. Just because she's the only one I know where she's at. She's fully healed now. So, no reason to feel bad for going after her. Oh, Deliverance, huh? Okay, so she's going for the back and forth jukes. It's kind of annoying to deal with, especially on console, but you know, not unmanageable. Unfortunately, she's got some decent jungle gems around here. Oh, they're working on this gen right here. And I'm gonna knock her back down because she deliveranced herself off the hook. Got my use out of the Pop Goes the Weasel after all. I wonder if I should pick her up. I'm gonna pick her up. If she D-strikes me, it's whatever. Okay, she didn't. So there's someone greedy on that gen. Cut her off because I had a general idea of where she would likely go, and it paid off nicely, as you can see. I got the hit, but unfortunately I don't know where she went because her scratch marks are gone. Oh, there she is. Oh shit, I missed. How, man? How am I over-blinking that? I don't understand. I mean, I know I time it like perfect, but every time I get there, it's all of a sudden she's behind me. I don't... It feels to me like they push you forward when that happens. Oh shit, there was Dwight here. I got you, Dwigget. Oh good, they cleansed my haunted ground, so at least I have use out of that. I better get Dwight down as soon as possible so I can actually use it on someone healthy, so it... Unless he just escapes. Oh, there he is. Fuck, I got stuck on the lip. I don't like blinking if I can't. Okay, that's fine. I'll just go after this Claudette. Yes! Okay, so that was a good payoff on that. Got me a hook on a fresh survivor. Spread out more injuries. They're going back to that gen over there, so he's not even... Oh wow, they saved that fast, dude. These guys are super ballsy on the saves. They're probably because I'm a nurse. Oh. I know you guys saw that. Well, he didn't even try to run that, or he was just looking the wrong direction. Either way, I got him. Alright, they're starting to pop the gens up. without ruin to slow them down, it's gonna start going by quick if I don't hurry. I think they just went into a locker there. Oh no, they just got out of one. Okay. Now what? I hit the windowsill. See, I couldn't turn fast enough. That's key. It's just this kind of. Luckily, I knew she was gonna try that again, so I just turned around and she got too eager because she thought I was gonna blink again. Holy crap! All right, that's why they're both sitting on gens. Okay. Well, that was a bad position. Because it kind of locked me out of my blink a little bit there. Dwight let himself die, and what? How? Oh, I guess the other one went the other way. Alright, Claudette. And I didn't hit her. Okay. I need to smack this one. Holy crap. Yeah. No. You're not working on that gen for free, sorry. Aww. I pulled back. I shouldn't have done that. And then they just... Man, it is hard to keep line of sight with this fatigue. Alright, I'm gonna break this gen again since she's hanging around here. Questionable, very questionable. Finally, it gave me the hit, even though it tried to lock me out of my swing again. I got stuck, and it's amazing how I barely blinked and it threw me all the way to the basement, and then I try to blink out, and it won't let me. Alright, got an injury there. Look at that. Oh, I thought it wasn't sparking. I was about to say, they just instantly got back on. And they were going to, too. Look at that. Got her. Exactly what I need. I need you up on the hook. And I'm going to hook you right here next to the gen. Look at that. They touched it. So it stopped regressing. Good. She's dead. I can pop goes the weasel this gen. Boom. Alright. Now we got some... Now we're cooking. Now, will they give up on that gen? No, they will not. They will keep touching this fucking gen. Someone's still hanging out around here because they just touched it again. It's like I just regressed it with Pop Goes the Weasel and they're still trying to get it. Looks like they're trying to work on this one a little bit too. Someone was actually here? I see. I see now. Other Meg is here. Aw, come on. Come on. Aw. Once again, man, teleporting me right through people. Gotcha. Looking too close behind you. Body block. Got her. Damn, I can't believe this. She got that gen done that quick by herself. Then again, it was still about half done. Okay. Well. Now I have no choice but to see if I can find the hatch or something. Oh, scratches? I better go check the killer shack. Pretty much the first place I always check. Because no matter what the map... Ah, she found it. Damn it. Still, 3 kills. Not too bad. I'll definitely try to be improving my nurse gameplay in the future so I can get some really decent games as nurse. Especially since these aren't even red rank survivors, so it's kind of rough. Thinking about it. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this guide, and I really hope you appreciate how much time and effort I put into it. Because you know, I only want to give the best to you guys. Because if you're going to take the time to watch me and think about subbing and helping me out, I want to give you guys the best I can give. Anyhow, if you guys want to see a different killer in particular for the next one, just try to comment down below. Or if you have any questions or just want to, you know, discuss things, please. I like to get some engagement in the channel. Anyhow, I will see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.